What it do? Getting at y'all late today with a car video, man. Welcome to the goddamn car studio. You know what I'm saying? I might call these videos hashtag car studio. You know what I'm saying? Bruh. I ain't gonna lie, these past 2 days has been whooping me. You know, that last week I was sleeping in and shit, so my body, I guess it got adapted to getting that much sleep. And I've been getting like 4 hours of sleep the past 2 days. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to bed about 11:30, 12 o'clock. I wake up at 4. So I've been whooped. Like this morning, I probably did get a little caught up looking at Instagram or TikTok, one of the two, you know what I'm saying? But hey, you know, it is what it is. I can hold myself accountable. I probably spent about 30 minutes sitting there looking at shit when I probably should have been shooting this video. But bro, my brain was fried. I'm just tired, G. So we don't miss though. You know what I'm saying? If I'm supposed to upload, then I'm gonna upload. It might not be, I don't have a specific time. I just know I'm gonna upload 2 videos a day. I don't care if the motherfuckers drop back to back, you know, in the same night, at the same time in the morning. As long as it's 2 videos, we got the job accomplished. But yeah, man, it's we closing in on the end of this week. We closing in on the end of February. Looks like we got a longer February this month. You know what I'm saying? That's just another day we get to hustle. Another day we get to, you know what I'm saying, get to the bag. So that's definitely a good look. It's definitely a good look. You can always use another day to get better. You feel me? But yeah, today I'm on the freeway, so I'm kind of like all over the place. Keep it a buck with you. And it's kind of hot up in this joint, but you know what I'm saying? I don't want it to be too loud. I could probably cut the background sound out or something. I don't want it to be too loud while I'm trying to record. But look, before we get started, man, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this video to somebody that might need it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's more people than you know that's definitely in need of some information like this. You know what I mean? Especially to somebody that they can relate to. You dig? And I'm not coming to you in a suit asking you how the stuff make you feel on a couch. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming to you live and direct from wherever I'm at. So look, you know, I always thought to myself, like, what's the reason for people doing what they do? You know what I'm saying? And when I say the reason people do what they do, I'm speaking on like the things that maybe everyone don't pay attention to, as far as like you know, just being spiteful. A lot of the times, you know, people can be spiteful, especially the ones that's closest around you. You know what I'm saying? People can be spiteful. People can be manipulative. And you know, I've always heard of the word of manipulation and shit like that, but I've never in my life seen so much of it since, I don't know, what, 2002 years ago? Like, and I'm not just speaking about, you know, me, but I see other people getting that shit too. Like, and I'm just like, damn, like, are we just in that age? Are we just in that spirit right now? um that's the way it's looking like. You know what I'm saying? Everything is always for something now. You know, nothing is just for nothing. And let you know what I'm saying, if it's reciprocated, it's reciprocated. But like, everything is something for nothing right now. Whether that being the Cheesecake Factory is not good enough, you know what I'm saying? People doing PPP loans and getting, you know what I'm saying? Everything is for nothing. It's this season or this time frame that we in, you know, as the culture is like, it's the taking season. You know, a lot of people say it's the information age, which I think it is. You know what I'm saying? I think it's definitely the information age, and that's where I think that people are learning all these different type of things that's really causing a hindrance on themselves, and they might not recognize it at the moment, you know, because we never see how things are really affecting us at that moment when we're doing it. You know what I'm saying? But down the line, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you're going to sit and think like, wow, you know, that really wasn't the best decision I could have made. You know what I'm saying? For future me, right? And maybe because it's decisions that most people, like-minded people, make the same kind of decisions, you know? You see it every day. Social media is king of the information age, right? It's full of news, whether it's supposed to be news, you know, as far as like media outlets, or just information on random people, what they got going on, how great they're doing in life, how bad they're doing in life. This thing right here is causing people to make decisions based off of what they hear and see other people do. Now, that's not always a bad thing, right? Because if you're watching people who's taking actions or giving you some kind of information on how you can better yourself, either short term or long term, then you're absolutely doing the right thing by taking the information from them and applying it to yourself, applying it to your life. Things begin to dwindle or sway off course when we start to take information, when we start to learn things that really aren't conducive for us. You know what I'm saying? When we start to listen to people that's of the culture, right? The culture is, quote unquote, the culture. You know, you can kind of compare that to words like of the world. If you read the Bible, you know what I'm saying? They'll say people of the world. I'll compare when people say culture to the Bible saying of the world. Because if you're not of the culture, if you're not contributing to the culture, if you're not bigging up the culture, then 9 times out of 10, you're going to be an outsider. You're going to be exiled, if you will. You know? You could be of the culture for 15 years, for 18 to 20 years. You know what I'm saying? You become a man at 18 and 21, and you start to do what's best for your future or best was for your family. All of a sudden, you're not of the culture anymore. The culture doesn't even accept you or own, you know what I'm saying? So does the culture really love you? Is the culture really beneficial for you? Is that the best route to take? What you see others doing? What they're showing you, the examples they give, is that the best Let me over. My bad. Lost my train of thought. The examples that they set, and that and then some people aren't even given an example with their daily lives. Some people are just posting, their lifestyle, and some people adapt and learn and apply it subconsciously. See, the thing about your subconscious mind is that your subconscious mind it's kind of like the best fertilizer on the planet, because your subconscious mind allows anything in and anything to be planted within your subconscious mind, right? So the things you see, the things that you listen to on a daily basis, the things that you pay attention to, whatever you're learning, the people around you, your subconscious mind is soaking all of this stuff in, right? Whether you know it or not. It's not necessarily growing or sprouting anything, but it's implanting it. The seed is definitely in the dirt in your subconscious mind. So in order for these things to mold and form, you have to allow it to shift into your conscious mind. Now, your conscious mind is what actually gives life into these ideas. It gives life. It gives life into the thoughts and patterns and ideas that you're constantly soaking in from watching whatever you're watching on social media, whatever you're watching on YouTube, whatever you're watching on TV. You know what I'm saying? Your conscious mind is going to allow you to incubate these thoughts and bring them to life, because now you're able to focus and actually take action on these things, right? And your actual conscious mind, you're able to ward off the things that you don't want in your life, in your head, that you're able to accept or deny. In your unconscious mind, you're not able to do that, because your unconscious mind is working while you're asleep. Your unconscious mind is working when you're knocked out. Your unconscious mind is working when you're on the brink of death. You know what I'm saying? Your unconscious mind is working when you're not up, when you're not conscious, right? You're unconscious. So needless to say, you're not able to block anything from your unconscious mind. So with that being said, you guys need to be taking aware and taking inventory on the things that you do watch, see, and hear and follow, because you're planting these thoughts. You're giving your mind a course of auto-suggestion by continuously downloading this information into your mind. Now, depending on what you want out of life, these downloads can be conducive, or they can be a detriment to you and your future. If you want to make a certain amount of money, if you want a certain job, a certain car, if you want to move a certain place, if you want a family, if you want whatever that you want out of life, you need to be aware of what you're intaking, because you are actually planting seeds into your head, right? Now, all seeds aren't treated equally. So we don't want to grow. Say you think you're smart enough to differentiate your subconscious thoughts, right? We don't want to grow a orange tree in the same pot as a onion seed and a potato, right? Because naturally things are going to start to intervene, things are going to start to mix, because it was raised together, it came up together in the same space. Kind of like, when you were young. Well, I'll say me. I know when I was young, when I went to middle schools and elementary schools, it was always that one white person that went to the school. Shout out to white people. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. It was always that one white person at the middle school or the elementary. High school, it was a lot more diverse. Well, the high school I went to. But for the most part, my middle school, elementary was nigga the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? It's always that one white person though. And with that being said, like, they didn't come into that school the same way they left that school. They subconsciously adopted the habits, the body language, the swag, all from just incorporating themselves. Oh shit, see, look at me fucking up. Trying to preach and teach and I'm off the motherfucking course. Yeah, they naturally soaked up all that stuff. So whatever you around, what's ever in your diameter, you know what I mean, is usually what you're going to incorporate into you. So you guys need to start being around the people that you would like to be like. Get around millionaires, get around people, depending if you want that. If you want money for yourself, get around people with money. Study and watch people with money. If you want a certain business, get around people that's doing that. Watch people that's doing that. You need to constantly flood your mind and your thoughts with exactly what you want. You need to be precise when you're doing these things. Some say they want to be rich, but they'll never get it. You know why? Because they don't even know how much money they want. Do you know how much money you want? Bro, it's hot up in this joint. I'm trying not to cut the AC on. Do you know how much money you want? Or do you just say a random number every time? Do you know how big of a house you want? Do you know how big of a family you want? Do you know how healthy you want to be? Do you know what size weight you want to weigh? Do you know how many kids you want? These are the things we need to be precise about. We need to be thinking and giving these things more thoughts in our daily lives compared to Instagram and social media. And I definitely have to raise my hand and say that whenever I do have the social media apps on my phone, I'm using them, I'm not the one that's claiming that I'm not using them. Oh no, boy, I'm using them. Trust me, I'm using them. That's why they on my phone. If I wasn't, I wouldn't have them on my phone. But I know that when I do spend my time on these apps and I'm not actually getting things accomplished in the fashion that I'm used to getting them accomplished at, I gotta cut the AC on. I can't do it no more. Hopefully it ain't too loud. I'm not getting the things accomplished at the speed I'm usually getting accomplished at. And now it's starting to kind of change my paradigm. Maybe it's starting to change my self-talk. Maybe it's starting to take effect on me, because we can be swiping and see somebody that's accomplished whatever you accomplished, and you're supposed to be doing the same thing, but you came up short. You're not doing what you need to do because you're lacking, you're wasting time. Or maybe you're lying to yourself. Maybe you're the person that lies to yourself. You don't really want that. You know what I'm saying? That's not really all I really want. I'm fine where I'm at. Are you the person that lies to yourself and say that you're complacent because you don't want to put in the work? I'm not that person. I'm saying maybe you are that person. It's just something to think about, And then that turns into some kind of hatred. That turns into some kind of envy, some kind of jealousy towards the people who are actually running the plays. Towards the people who's actually doing the things that they need to do to get where they want to go. And it's understandable because everybody has the same 24 hours in a day. Everybody has the same amount of time every day to make things happen. And maybe you don't accomplish, your exact goal at the exact time. Who knows? But you'll lose that envious spirit about yourself just because you're putting all your effort into yourself, all your effort into the things you want. That's where the spirit comes from. That's where that attitude comes from. That's where all this negative energy comes from, because deep down, behind the mask, behind the lies, behind the camaraderie, behind the coping mechanisms, deep down you're not doing what you're supposed to do, and that guy's doing exactly what the fuck he's supposed to do. So now you grow an envious and jealous spirit towards him. Oh man, I ain't trying to fuck up. Look, if y'all appreciate, I could go on and on, right? It's a long video. This freeway kind of hectic. I need to focus up. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I appreciate y'all, man. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.